So this little video is really just to tell you what the channel focuses on, what it's about, the reason I started it, and I think where I'd like to take it. Hello and welcome. My name is Suzanne and this is Money Made Magic. This channel is about lots of things to do with budgeting and frugal living and really living on a budget. The channel was started back in 2024, in January 2024, when I started to be interested in paying down credit card debt. And it was really, I guess, a start for me to track that journey. I never imagined it would grow into something like it is today. So today, what we do is we do all sorts of things around the budget. Largely we do shopping. I take you with me on my shopping trips. We might do a weekly shopping trip. We might do a monthly shopping trip, depends on where I am in my life. We do other things. We do charity shop hauls. We might do fashion shopping. We might do a makeup declutter. I've done that, for example, and then gone and bought more makeup. We might look at things like saving money on bills. We might look at things like earning extra income. I do budgeting with you, so I'll take you through my monthly budget and I'll tell you how I budget and what the things I do to help me stay on budget and stay on track. The things I've done to save money, for example, that's a really important one. And then sometimes we have debates. So, for example, we've recently done something where we debated the importance of using cash or not, depending on which side of the fence you fall. We might look at things that are topical in the news. So we might look at things like meal deals, for example. They're quite topical at the moment, and whether they're a good idea or not. And I often compare things like cooking from scratch to buying something that's ready-made. And I look at the benefits and the pitfalls of those. So whilst it's budget focused, there is a variety. It's not just all about those grocery hauls and the grocery challenges that we do, although that seems to be quite a significant part and what viewers really like. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see around budgeting. Just a little bit of a history. As I said, I started this back in January of 2024, and the idea was it was to track me paying down my debt. I used something called the Baby Steps program to pay off debt, and that was created by someone called Dave Ramsey. And I do talk about that through the videos, and I do talk about that, how that was helpful. It's pretty life-changing, really, the Baby Steps program. I use something that I've called the coffee budget. So the coffee budget's really interesting. There is a video about the coffee budget, and the coffee budget is really something that sits outside of that Baby Steps program. Dave Ramsey doesn't really advocate that you have a leisure budget, but I do, because I think your well-being is important, and if coffee is your thing, because that's my thing, then I think you should have some of that, but you should budget for it. So I'm not saying you go out and spend all your money on coffee. What I'm saying is you have a leisure budget and you limit that and you spend a sensible amount on that, so that you balance your well-being with having money to spare in your budget every month. So this little video is really just to tell you what the channel focuses on, what it's about, the reason I started it, and I think where I'd like to take it. Where I'd like to take it is I'd like to think that it helps you and other people to manage your own budget, to find ideas and hints and tips about how to get by in terms of managing your finances. So one of the things I will say is I don't give financial advice. This is not a channel where I'm telling you what insurance policy to buy or anything like that, or where to invest your money. That's something for a professional to do. And what I would say is that I'm not a professional in terms of managing finance. This is purely and simply based on my own experiences, in the hope that it's going to help someone else like yourself pay down some debt or manage your budget in a way that's helpful to you. I also wanted to explain why we've got some wellbeing videos here. So as part of my journey paying down debt, I was diagnosed with a serious illness, and I've shared some of that on the channel. You may see that, but that's not what this channel is about. The reason I shared that when I was going through that period of time was because I had very little energy really to expend on other things. I didn't have the energy to go running around the grocery store looking for yellow stickered food, for example. I just had the energy to really sit at home and do some things. So to keep the channel alive, I just decided to talk about the impact of something like serious illness on the budget. And I did that, for example. But I also did some things about well-being, and I did some meditations. And I was going to delete those. I was going to get them off the channel because they didn't really fit with the vibe of the channel. But actually, I'm going to leave them there because they might help someone like yourself. And they are in the playlist, and you can access those if you really want to, although they're not necessarily all budget focused. So I hope that explanation about the channel is helpful. I'm going to link a video just over here, which is about managing your base budget, how you basically manage your budget in the first instance, where I share what I do with my budget, and I hope that's helpful to you. If you've watched me before and you're regular here, hello, and it's lovely to have you with me, and I'm so glad that you're part of this amazing community. And if you're new here and you haven't seen me before, a very warm welcome to you, and I really hope that this channel brings you some value and some support in terms of managing your finances. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to see on this channel, what would be helpful. And I will see you at some point in another video. Bye.